but the mixing is it's kind of bell-shaped, so 2 little low frequencies. Hey guys, welcome to the studio. Not my studio, not really a studio, it's just a room that I have here while on vacations, and I try to at least make it a little like a studio. Got here my laptop, the window right in front of me, my headphones, and that's pretty much it. So since today is Thursday and tomorrow is the release coming up on my label, it's an entire business day just taking care of promotion, taking care of a whole lot of emails that piled up, taking care of listening to demos, taking care of arranging some of the sineUP releases with Leonard together. Also, a huge sorry to the last 8 persons that applied for the sineUP. It took a little longer to go through them. The internet here isn't the best, but there are 3 more days. I'm 3 more days here on vacations, 3 more days where you get a discount of 10 euros for the sineUP. So if you're interested, just click the first link down below. Anyway, since the day just consists of business stuff and listening to music and laying maybe later next to the pool and doing absolutely nothing, I think it's time again for another edition of Track Submits. So yeah, welcome to Track Submits, the holiday vacation edition. As you know, on Track Submits, you guys sent me your songs. I listen to them, try to give you feedback, tell you what the next steps should be, and how long it takes until you will hopefully be able to release it on a good, decent label. The very first track is by One Nail and called Fashion Classic Style. Okay, my first impression so far, kind of cool. I like the bass sound, the high bass sound, it's cool. I just don't like the arpeggiator on top. I would leave that out, have more space in the song this way and make it a little cooler. The arp is too high, the sound isn't that interesting. It's too much in the foreground. I think this track would be cooler without it. So more that bass part and the drums. And for the drums, the way they are arranged is cool. But the kick, the low end in general, I mean, you can see it in the graph of the analyzer, there isn't much of it. So increase the bass, the kick, the punch, and the pressure of the kick, and remove the arp, and then maybe just some cool, old school, vibe-ish kind of vocals on top, and you have a really great track. So I would say here, maybe 1 or 2 years for a good, decent release. And yeah, keep up the vibe. It's a little different and a little retro and kind of cool, so looking forward to hear more. Next up, a song called Grandpa by Audio Tour. For my taste, too hectic, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of music, but it's good, it sounds like dubstep, the sound design is decent, it could be better, because it's the most important part about this kind of music. You have to put a lot more time into it, make it more interesting, but it's quite there. But it's almost quite there yet. The weak point, the one thing I would improve, definitely also hear the bass. There is kick, enough kick, and the kick sits really nice at 50 Hertz, but there is nothing between 50 Hertz and 100 and 150. There's a huge gap where usually the sub bass or the lower part of the bass will actually be, which is like the driving energy part for this kind of music. So like the main thing is missing. It's like going to the restaurant and like there's no main course. So just add that one layer, sub bass or nitty gritty kind of bass would be maybe even better for this kind of music. Also here I would say maybe a year for release, the most actually.
Take my hand and we will fly to the stars before we die.
Cool track, I like it, by Zach Payne, Crystal Sky. Good, I mean, like, the musical part's good, there's like a hint of dubstep in it, a little bit of future bass, the vocals are actually cool. The mixing is just quite off. You can see it again in the graph, it just goes like this, so that there's way too little bass, too much high, or actually the highs are fine, but they're the bass part of it and the bottom part of the mid frequencies is just missing. So just increase them in volume. This is usually due to people mixing on headphones or on a not well balanced system in their studio, because in itself it's working, but it's tilted. So just try to adjust the low end, more kick, more bass, and more of the subbier parts of the main synthesizer sounds. And maybe try to carve out a little more room for the vocals. They are buried a little too much in this song. So maybe cue out some of the frequencies of the other elements at the same parts where the vocals are playing. And this way just let the vocals shine a little more in the song. Because when you have a vocal track, it's the main part. It has to sit right up front there in your face, in the face of the listener. Otherwise you just failed. But please work on the song. It's really interesting. Might actually even be something for the label if you kind of correct those mixing mistakes. Here again, a good idea. The song's just 2 minutes long. That's a little too short, so I just see it as a draft. The mid frequency part, there's too much of it, too much build up, too much elements going on at that part. You could now start lowering all of them individually and this way have a better balance. But I think in this case there are just too many elements. Think about some that you just want to get rid of because they're not strong enough, or just don't have them play at the same time, and this way thin out the mid-frequency part of the song. Also the low end could be mixed a little bit more precise, maybe another kick sample and like more side chaining, but just in the low end. I think I forgot to say that the song is called Paradise and it's by Mike Minot. So let's get to the last one. The last one is by PSLCB, and I always those weird names, I don't know. No one can pronounce those artist names. The vibe is cool, chilled, it's exactly what I need, but the mixing is it's kind of bell-shaped, so too little low frequencies, too little high frequencies as well. So get those up, especially the low end. For deep house, you can kind of leave out a little bit of the high frequencies to make it deeper. That's part of the style, but the low end has to hit, and the kick is here too high. It sits above 60 Hertz. That's usually not what you want to go for. Try to push it down to 50, maybe 45. Don't go lower than that, then you get problems again. But yeah, I think it's like first attempt on deep house, it's nice. I like the sound design of the chord sound, it's cool. I would definitely go with that. It's a well polished, nice sound. The drumming needs to be improved and it's a little too boring. I mean, there is making deep music, but then there's also just making boring music, and this is more to the boring end. There's not much happening. It doesn't need to get hectic, but more change and more interesting melodies, counter melodies, just a little more playful, maybe vocals, maybe some vocal snippets. Please no vocal chops that are pitched, that's overused, but maybe just a little human feel and some samples into the song. So that's pretty much it for track submits for today. Don't forget to send your track submits. The link is in the description, as well as the new release by Rickysee. It will be released by the time this video is out, so go and check it out. It's the newest AXSENS release. It's Rickysee's third track on the label. His last one that was called Touch. Let me check really quick to really say the right thing. Yeah, it got to over 55,000 plays, which is amazing. I'm really looking forward for his Secrets tracks, and I hope it will get even more plays. So if you're interested, go check it out. And also if you're interested to submit again, and also if you're interested to submit your songs again to sineUP, feel free to. And also don't forget to send yours. And also don't forget, if you want to release your music yourself, keep all of your rights and like have your own label basically, submit your songs to sineUP. The link's also down below in the description. Just 3 more days for 10 euros less than usually. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We will see us tomorrow back again with a Q&A. So if you want to ask me a question, head over to my Instagram. Also that link is in the description. And I will pick, I think, I don't know, maybe 10 questions and just answer them in tomorrow's vlog. So that's it. Thanks a lot. Sign out.
You're so full of secrets, I know you have, but you keep them hidden from